This is John Rothmann, and you are listening to the Voice of San Francisco. Now, I'm very excited because Leanna Louie has come in, and she is running for the Community College Board. And you might wonder, is there a Community College Board race? And the answer is yes. Let me just give you full disclosure. I graduated from high school in January, meaning I had 6 months before I went on to my 4-year school. And my father looked at me and he said, John, you can either work or you can go to school. But you got to do something for 6 months. So I went to City College of San Francisco. And I want you to know it was one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. Not only did I have wonderful faculty, but there was a vibrant life to the community college. And so let me now, Leanna, ask you the question. You're running for the Community College Board. Why?
Well, there's a lot of good reasons to run for a City College Board. Number one, my son just graduated from Washington High School last year, and he's a student at City College.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
That's wonderful. Washington High School couldn't go to a better school. Okay, go ahead.
Is that where you graduated?
Uh-huh.
And myself, I actually went to City College in my senior year at Mission High School back in the 80s. And my father taught culinary arts at City College in 2003 to 2005. So we have three generations invested in City College.
So things are really cooking, so to speak.
Yes.
If you will. I just thought I'd throw that in. So City College is a remarkable institution.
Yes,
and people should know and understand that if you go to a community college like City College and you do 2 years there and you get your Associate of Arts degree, you can then get into the University of California or to the state university system. And it's a great way of people saving money but still being able to get a great education. But the community college district here in San Francisco has had issues and problems. Yes. So I want you to address some of those issues, some of those problems, and what you see as solutions to those issues and problems.
Certainly, yeah. So the three major problems of City College right now, number one is the budget. The budget is in trouble.
Explain.
Yeah, so we're deficit spending. I don't know if you saw the news, but I saw that we spent like over $350 million over our budget.
Oh my!
Over the last 5 years. So, and that's not good. That's not good. We need to balance our budget. Number one. Number two, student enrollment. Prior to the pandemic, there was over 90,000 students enrolled.
Wait a minute, 90,000 students enrolled?
Yeah, prior to the pandemic. Yeah.
Right.
Now we have less than 30,000.
How does that affect your budget? How does that affect retaining faculty? How does that affect everything?
It affects everything. In fact, City College gets paid per student by the state. We get a subsidy from the state to pay for our students, and it would pay for their teacher salaries and the courses, the books, everything, So each enrollment is worth money. So when we have low enrollment rates, then we get less funding from the state. So that is a major problem. And the third is, because of the first two problems, now we have accreditation problem.
Oh, no. Explain that.
Yeah. So if we don't fix our budget and our enrollment rates, we could potentially lose our accreditation.
And that would be a disaster.
That would be a disaster.
Explain why there is a problem with accreditation.
Well, like I said, in the ACCJC report, they identify 5 things, and they're all pretty much all related to the 2 things I mentioned earlier, which is budget and enrollment rate. And the third is the inability to come up with a 3 to 5 year budget plan moving forward so that City College could sustain the operations as it is.
Now explain to me how the community college district is governed. You're running for the Community College Board. So let's let people know, how many members are there of the board? Is it a functional operation? Tell me about that.
So there are 7 elected Board of Trustee members. And right now there are 4 seats that are available. And yeah, it's supposed to be a functioning board. We meet twice a month and discuss things, to keep City College operating.
Is there a way in this election process to come up with 4 new members of the Community College Board who can work together and really get something done?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I don't know everybody who's the candidate right now. I'm meeting some of them. I spoke with Ben Kaplan recently, and I messaged Heather McCarty, and she's responded, and we would be meeting soon. And I have previously talked to Alan Wong, but lately he's been really busy. I've also reached out to I think one other person, I can't remember the
But
name.
the point is, you're in communication with them. Let me ask you this. In order for these problems to be solved, there has to be a certain unity among the community college board members.
Certainly, yeah.
Uh, do you think that's possible?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we are humans. We are capable of negotiating, right? And so actually, I met several of them at the DCCC Gala. And I don't know them well, but, I've reached out to some of them, and I'm just waiting to hear back. So
What is your number one priority if you are elected to the board?
number one priority is the budget.
Okay, and what are your proposed solutions?
Well, we have to look at each budget line to find out, what we're spending money on and what we can cut and, where we allocate the money where it's needed the most. So I spent 10 years with the Sacramento Fire Department doing the billing and the budget with the Emergency Medical Services Division. And I ran that operation smoothly for 10 years. So I don't have a problem running a budget. If given the chance, I would turn City College's budget around.
Now, let me ask you about the administration at City College, because who the chancellor is of the City College system is very important. Do you have a relationship with the chancellor?
I do not. So I've learned that the chancellor from last year is already gone.
Yes.
There's interim chancellor, and we don't know if we're going to get another permanent chancellor, if and when. So there's a lot of fluidity right now, and I'm trying to find out what's going to happen.
Because that will be your responsibility. You and the other trustees will have to choose a new chancellor for the City College system.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you about campuses. I know the main campus very well,
Yes.
but talk to me about the other campuses that City College has.
Yeah. So there is one in Chinatown on Kearny Street. There is one in the Mission District on Valencia Street, and then there is one in the Bayview off Evans Street. So City College is not the main campus is not the only campus. It's available in other neighborhoods. How many classes are being offered at each of them since the pandemic is it's fluctuated. I know that prior to the pandemic, all the campuses were in operations, but now it's not so much because the enrollment rate has significantly been reduced.
Now, I know one of the things that makes City College so special is not just the ability to earn a degree and go on to a UC or a state university. It also has to do with working with people who need help with English as a second language, people who want technical skills, and all the rest. What is the emphasis that you think should be made to expand the outreach into communities that really need help?
Yeah, for sure. City College has a lot of programs. I mean, Baskin Robbins has 32 flavors, but City College has more than 32 programs. So if you want to be a citizen, there's citizenship classes. If you want just to learn basic ESL, there's that. If you want to be a firefighter, there's training for that. If you want to be a police officer, there's training for that.
And they had a hospitality.
Hospitality is a huge one and real famous. Mm-hmm. People go to City College to get a restaurant management certification. If you want to be a plumber, if you want to be an electrician, if you name it, basically anything you want to do. If you're 18 years old and you're not sure what you want to do, come to City College and check out what's available for you because there's something for everybody.
Is it promoted enough? I mean, you're telling me things that I know because I love City College, but most San Franciscans are completely unaware of what City College has to offer.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Most people I talk to, because, I'm one of the only candidates that actually went out there to collect signatures in lieu of paying my filing fees. I have way over 1,000 signatures. And almost, I would say at least 90% of the people that I spoke with asked me, what is City College about? And I tell them, if you want to be a plumber, electrician, firefighter, law enforcement officer, even a pilot, you can learn all that at City College. And a lot of people say, really? I never knew that. I've lived in San Francisco for X amount of years, and I never knew that. And the people who are my age or older, I'm 52 now, say, I wish I had known. My life would have completely changed if I had known about these programs. I would have chose something I really like and maybe really be happy at this age.
So is one of your priorities to communicate the programs which City College offers?
Absolutely. That is my number one. Number two would be budget and outreach to all the schools. We don't have that many schools in San Francisco in terms of high school public schools, right? I mean, if we as board members, go out to these schools every week, talk to the principals, the teachers, the students there.
The college counselors.
Yeah, and the college counselors. We could reach out to so many people and give them so many options for the future of their life.
Why do you think City College is so underappreciated by the people of San Francisco?
That's a good question. I don't know if I have the answer to that, but I think mostly because people just don't know what it offers.
And, it's interesting. I remember vividly that once upon a time, City College had a promotion with famous people who had gone through City College.
Yeah.
And the idea was to say to kids, look, they did it, you can do it.
Yes, absolutely. I remember that the school district had that too. They had a picture of Santana, Margaret Cho, and a couple of other really famous people on the catalog and say, we graduated from public schools,
Right.
So can you. And I think we definitely do something like that for City College.
Now, being a City College Board of Trustees member, it's not a full-time job, is it?
No, it's not. We meet twice a month, and I don't know exactly how much, we get paid. I heard it's like $100 per meeting or something like that. So
that's not the reason you're running. So I want you to explain to people clearly and precisely why it is that you have decided to run for the Community College Board.
Oh, yes, for sure. So City College, like I said, affects my family very much. My son is currently current student there. His friends are students there. And we know a lot of people who are going to City College, who are teaching there or have taught there. And it's, it means a lot to me. City College means a lot to me. I was a student there, and I actually might continue to take more classes there when I find the time. So the fact that it might be losing its accreditation is really serious. We need to fix that.
Can you explain to me, what if City College loses its accreditation? What does that mean?
Well, it could mean that the state is going to take full control of it. So I don't know what they'll do with the Board of Trustees. I don't know what they're going to do with the Chancellor. It's all.
And when will we have a decision on that? Do you have any idea? Is there a time frame?
Yeah, so according to the ACC-JC letter, we have until 2025, I think January, to come up with a 3 to 5 year budget.
So you're talking about a very short period of time. You're talking about 6 months.
Yeah. Yes. Well, once whoever's elected, right? Hopefully I'm one of them in November. We really only have not much time. And actually the first meetings don't start until January, I think. So we don't have that much time to come up with a plan. So we actually have to be ready. When we go in, we have to already have a plan to operate.
So if you have a plan, you have a chancellor. I have to ask you another question, because you're going to have to find a chancellor. What about the faculty? How is the morale on the faculty at City College? Because I've known teachers who've taught there for years who love it. How do we improve the morale of teachers? Letting them know we really support them.
Well, how about paying them on time?
What? What a shocking notion.
Yeah. So I've heard that some of them are not getting paid right. They're not getting paid on time. There's a lot of exceptions and all this type of stuff, but that needs to get corrected.
Now, you've had experience. Just repeat the fact that you were in charge, really, of doing just that in your previous job.
Yes. I worked for the Sacramento Fire Department for 10 years. And in that role, I was an administrative analyst. I did billing for emergency medical services, as well as balancing the budget, procurement, getting firefighters and paramedics what they need in terms of equipment, uniform, PPE, stuff like that. So it's important that somebody knows how to read budget lines and know how to make requisitions when needed, as well as balance the budget.
Well, I hope you're able to put together a team, because City College is such a vital part of San Francisco.
Yes.
And I'm glad you came in today, and I'm glad you're informing us about the City College system. And certainly, the Voice of San Francisco doesn't endorse, we're not allowed to do that. But what you've done today is to educate our audience about what City College is and how vital it is. And I want to put in the plug. Some of the best teachers I had taught at City College. They were wonderful. I was only there for 6 months, but it had a huge impact on me and I know it had a huge impact on you. And, well, that's what it's all about. Lenore, if people want to, Leanne, I'm sorry, if people want to ask you about how to reach you, how do they do that?
Well, they can reach me through my website at www.leannalouie.com. That's LeannaLouie.com. Or they can always email me at info@leannalouie.com, or they could even call me or text me at 415.
Wait, go slowly.
Yes, 415-310-8412. I repeat, 415-310-8412.
Leanna Louie has been our guest, and let me tell you, I'm thrilled because we need to save the City College of San Francisco. Community colleges serve a vital function, and Leanna, thank you so much for coming in today. This is John Rothmann, and you are listening to the Voice of San Francisco.